Well, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Well, I enjoyed my evening yesterday for sure. And I'm going to get in here. We're going to take my glucose readings this morning, and then we're going to have some coffee because the coffee is ready. And it is toffee coffee, is what it is. Made with one of the pods. That I received. And so I am taking you guys along as I go through my morning routine and saying good morning with y'all and visiting with you. And yeah, and all of that and more. All right. Almost there. I'm getting the Lancet out. Forgot to take the one out from last night, but that's all right. I'll do it this morning. Put in a new one. And here we go. All right. We will find out together what my glucose reading is. 129. It's not as good as it has been, but it's not bad. All right, I'm gonna get that. Oh, no, we're not. We're gonna sit here and have some of this toffee coffee. Now this is good because I like toffee. And any time that I can work toffee into my coffee in the morning is a bonus. Oh, this is so good. All right, I'm going to get this into the doctor. And then we'll get into something in the kitchen. I'm sure that in probably 30 minutes or so, I'll be getting hungry and want me a good Saturday morning breakfast. Hey everyone, I tell you, I forgot something at Dollar Tree yesterday. So we gotta go before this ice storm hits. We have to go and pick it up. So here's the order. I'm gonna go to the post office because guess what? Guess what? I found the Christmas cards that I have filled out for people. Yep, that I have filled out for people and on my desk last night. And so I already have the stamp on it. I did not want to put the address, so that's why I flipped it over backwards. So guess what? People are going to get a late Christmas card, okay? And so I'm going to mail those out because I already paid. The stamp is on it, so I'm going to go ahead and mail them out along with something personal business that I needed to take care of, okay? I am going to do that first. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to loop around and go to Dollar Tree and pick up the laundry detergent for $1.25 that I am going to be using. It's that awesome detergent that I have been getting from the Essentials Pantry, and I'm almost out. So I'm going to go get a couple of bottles of that, and then I'm going to loop around the town, and I'm going to go to Jack in the Box because there is a coupon that I want to use, and I'm going to use it for my first meal of the day today. And then I'm going to go and get some ice, a bag of ice. And I'm going to check to see if Jack in the Box has bags of ice. If they do, then I'll just pick it up there at Jack in the Box. So let's get going. Come on. Y'all come along with me. I have a question for you all. Have you ever been in such a, not focused on what you're doing that you drove right past the place that you were heading. Well, that just happened to me. So I'm circling back. I'm circling back to go to the post office. Okay. I guess I was enjoying that drive way too much, but you can see right back here the post office box. Okay, it's at the post office, but I didn't want to go in when I didn't have to. I just dropped it off at the outdoor one, and now we're gonna go this way, and I will meet you over at Dollar Tree. We are at the Dollar Tree, and we are in fact going into the Dollar Tree to get the laundry detergent. Dollar Tree done, and of course I spent more than what I came for. Of course, that's okay. It was things that I wanted, not that I needed, but that I wanted. And I'm gonna head out now. What's the next stop? I'm gonna go to Jack in the Box. That's where I'm going, and we're gonna order something that is on my eating plan. And yeah, we're gonna order something that's on my eating plan, and then we're gonna head to get the ice. Jack in the Box ordered and in the car, and now we're heading for the ice. Hey everyone, I am back from doing all the errands, and I got it all done, and I'm sitting here with my second cup of coffee, and it's 2:30 in the afternoon. It's like, where did this day go? But what I'm doing is preparing for this next winter blast. And so I needed to make sure that I had a few things in my house, and that I'm going to be honest with you, I treated myself, okay? I went through Jack in the Box, used the coupons. The coupons were very good for a takeout, it was. And what I got was, there was 2 breakfast sandwiches for $3. That's $1.50 each. That is pretty cheap in this economy. And so, is it as cheap as I could have made it at home? Definitely not. But I did that without the bun. And then when I got home, that's what I sat down and ate for my first meal of the day, which was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And so I was getting pretty hangry. Okay, so I didn't even turn the camera on because I wasn't going to be pleasant with y'all. I was too hungry. So so what I did was, I sat down at the kitchen table. I'm making a point to sit down at the kitchen table from this point forward and enjoying my meal just undistracted, and only have my evening snack in my office. And so I sat down at the kitchen table and ate those 2 breakfast sandwiches with no bun. And that was 3 ounces of protein and 0 carbs. There may be 1 or 2 carbs because it was American pasteurized processed cheese that they had on it. So there may be a few carbs in there, but for the most part, it was almost carb free. And so, yay for me. And then I asked them if they would take both coupons, and they said they would. So I got the spicy chicken sandwich. It was buy one get one free, so I bought one and got one free. So altogether, it was about $10 for enough for 3 meals. So if you divide it up, it's less than $3.50 a meal. That's not bad at all for 3 takeout meals. And what I have planned to do with that spicy chicken is, it's about 4 ounces. I'm going to have to weigh it when I get ready to put it in my salad. but I'm going to count it as about 4 ounces. And I'm going to make a spicy chicken salad out of it. Those are in the refrigerator, and when I get hungry later on, then I'm going to create a salad, and with 2 cups of lettuce and a little bit of tomato. What else do I have in there that I can throw in there? Um, the spiky pickles. I can put pickles in there, and they did put vegetables in the container, so I'll look to see what vegetables that they put on the salad, on the sandwich itself, and I'll incorporate that into the salad. And they also put mayonnaise on it, so I'm not mad about that. It probably is not the best mayonnaise for me to have. It's probably got soy in it. It's a soy mayonnaise instead of the one that I like. Um, but I, I, I did not. I forgot to tell them no mayonnaise, so I could use my own mayonnaise. But that's okay. It's not going to be that bad. I don't like the soy mayonnaise, the soy oil mayonnaise, and so anyway, so I'm going to sit here and enjoy this cup of coffee. Chico is right behind me. He is behaving himself and doing well. We've already been on 2 walks and getting things done. I don't remember if I videoed it, but I harvested all of the herbs off of my garden yesterday, and they're sitting in there on the kitchen counter. Today is the day that I want to get those herbs in the dehydrator and get them dehydrated and shelf stable so that I can use them in my upcoming cooking projects. And so I'm looking forward to that. So I have tried different methods of dehydrating over the years. And my grandmother and my mother used to hang their herbs upside down and flowers and things like that. Um, they used to hang them upside down. And to be honest, what they did was is they put them in the garage, in the rafters in the garage. And they did that with the onions. They did it with the garlic. They did it when they braided the garlic up and did it. And one always hung in the kitchen on the end of a counter, on the end of a cabinet. And so they braided up the garlic, and they braided up the onions. They did that as well. They didn't braid up the onions, but they did put them in sacks, okay, and hung them from the top of them, from the rafters in the garage. And then the herbs they did as well, and until they dried, and then they like powdered them up, put them in a processor, food processor, and just like the herbs that you get on the in the jars at the store. That's what they did. They kind of put it in a food processor and ground it up, and then put it in a jar. And so that's what I'm going to do with these herbs. I do have some already started from last year's herb garden, and throughout this year's herb garden, I did go out there several times. I did not record it, but I did go out there and pick some of the herbs, but a lot of it just kind of, I used it in my food. And so anyway, I might save some of it out because I do have some beef broth that I want to make. No, some chicken broth that I want to make, and that would make great flavoring into that chicken broth that I'm about to make. And so I have 2 pieces of chicken left to eat this week, and then I'm freezing the bones, and then I'm gonna use it to make chicken stock, and I'm gonna can it. And this is a perfect time to do it when the temperature is about to drop, because let me tell you why. Because it helps warm the house up when you are in the kitchen cooking and doing that kind of stuff. And so it's supposed to drop sometime tonight or tomorrow. And so this is a perfect time for me to take some of those herbs and put it in with some chicken bones in a slow cooker and let it go 24 hours with a little bit of vinegar and herbs and things like that. And then once it's gone, strain it out and strain all of the things out of it. And then boom, you have chicken broth. And what I do is I put it in pints and quart sized jars, and I can it with my canner. And so I haven't done any canning this year. I don't know if y'all noticed that. I haven't done any canning this year. And so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to take a look at some of the things that I have and see if it can be canned. All right. And so I'm going to have to look up things like I like sauerkraut and I get cabbage like crazy from the food bank. And so sauerkraut is something that can be canned. And so I'm going to look up some recipes. I'm going to go to my trusted Ball Book Canning, okay, and see if they have a sauerkraut canning recipe that does not require sugar, okay? I need to look to see um, if it has the nutrition information on it, so I know how many carbs. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that sauerkraut does have sugar in it. And so I have to look because you're feeding a bacteria when you're making sauerkraut. And so I have to look and see and do my research, okay? It's been a while, okay, since I've made sauerkraut. And the last time I made sauerkraut, I ate it all up. I put it in my refrigerator after its due time and it's gone. I ate it, okay? And so I need to do some more fermenting and see if it can be canned. Now I know that once you can it, it's not going to have the same effect that the active good bacteria in sauerkraut does. But anyway, I'm babbling. So what I'm going to do is sit here and take a break, and then I'm going to get in there and I'm going to show you my Dollar Tree haul, and I'm going to put to use some of the things that I got from the Dollar Tree, and then we're going to get in there and get the herbs going in the dehydrator. I still need to wash them and things like that, so I'm going to take you through that process and get my dehydrator out and on my counter and get it going, because not only that, but the dehydrator has to go like 24 hours to 36 hours depending on I want to make sure that it is completely dry, that the herbs are completely dry in the dehydrator before I put them in like a little food processor and grind it up. All right, so I'm gonna sit here and get some things done. Okay. All right, get the paperwork done that I've been putting off. I've been putting off some paperwork that needs to get done. It's the beginning of the year. I need to get some paperwork done. And so we'll see. We'll see. Okay. All right, everyone. I had a moment to rest from being out. I do have a small grocery order coming in tomorrow morning. And then that is the total prep for my for this winter storm. Okay. Now what I'm seeing is that the cold weather is not going to hit today, but tomorrow. So I'm not going to go out and cover up all my plants until I see the temperature dropping outside. Once the temperature starts to drop outside, then I know that it's going to hit, okay? And it's inevitable. So I'll go out, and I already have I have old sheets, all right? And so I keep those old sheets washed up and ready to go for my garden. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over the top of the plants overnight. And then when it gets above freezing, the next day in the daytime, then I'll go out and I'll pull it off if there's frost on it, if there's ice on it, if there's possibly snow on it, I'll shake it off and I'll hang those sheets up over the um, over the porch, my deck, and let those dry during the day. And then at night, when I see the temperatures dropping again before dark, I'll go back outside and put them over my plants again. And I'm hoping that I'm going to save my herbs. All right. My herbs are in very large, um, like they were potato bags, that I don't use for potatoes anymore because I can't grow and eat potatoes, and I've never been very successful at it. And I had them already with dirt in them, so I might as well do something with them. So if the herbs survive um, this winter, then we will have a nice herbs to start off with in the spring, where I won't have to replant. But if they go, I do have seeds for herbs, and so I'll replant. And what I might do is, even if they do survive, um, I might transplant them into smaller containers, and I might use those larger ones for larger plants that need space and for my spring garden. And so we'll see what I do. All right. I'm rethinking my garden for the spring. I just planted my herbs in those big containers because it already had soil in it. And I did not want to purchase more soil for um, my grow bags. I didn't want to when I had those grow bags that didn't have anything in it. So that was my thinking last year. This year I'm going to rethink it. I'm going to buy soil, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy potting soil, and the potting soil is going to go into the smaller grow bags, and I'm going to fill up all of my grow bags this spring, and I'm going to be growing yellow squash, zucchini, tomatoes, bell peppers, um, jalapenos. What else? What else am I planning on growing? I want to take. I want to get some green beans in the ground. Um, and I'm going to use my pots to grow things like, I want to put my tomatoes, believe it or not, in the larger pots that I have. And that way I can put tomato cage over the top of it, put a stick in there, and get them like really good and stable, and keep them upright. And I'm going to be very specific about what tomatoes that I'm going to be growing. I want to grow um, um, some cherry tomatoes that did very well. But they're vining. Those are vining tomatoes that the last time that I had tons of cherry tomatoes off of those. And it was a vining tomato, and I did not have like a trellis for it. So I'm looking forward to doing that kind of stuff this spring. And I want to use my larger um my larger um, grow bags to do the tomatoes and create a trellis for the tomatoes. And so that's what I'm looking forward to doing this next spring. And I've got plans for it. Okay. And I'm gonna get a lot of my stuff. I'm gonna tell you where I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it off Temu is where I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna be out there working in the garden with you guys this next year, because I'm able to do it this year, where I was not able to really get into the garden and like plant my. I could not. I was struggling with balance issues, and so I was not able to step up into my raised garden to get to the back side of the garden. Always had to have somebody come in and pick things for me from the back side of the garden. And so when I put that um, garden bed in, I was not thinking about that. And I didn't leave enough space for me to walk behind it. And so this year, I'm able to walk in between the rows. I'm going to be able to do that. And so I'm going to be looking forward to being able to do that. The thing is that I'm going to have to force myself to get shoes for outside and then shoes for inside. And the reason is because I live in an area where feral cats are everywhere. And guess what? They use the garden as a litter box. All right, they do. Okay. It is what it is. And so I don't, if I'm going to be out working in the garden, I'm going to get me some garden boots to be out there. Um, and so that's part of the projects that I'm going to be doing in the spring. And I'm going to be sporting me some garden boots, but it's not easy to find my size in the garden boots. It's not. It's not easy. I have been looking for my size of garden boots and what I need, and it's not easy at all to find my size because I have a wide foot. I've always had a wide foot. And so finding my in if you have a normal or narrow foot, easy to find. The wide widths are not easy to find. And so either I'm going to get me a pair of garden boots to go out there in the garden, and they're going to have to like stay outside, um, or I'm going to have to get me a pair of tennis shoes that are just for outdoors, and I have to take them off when I come inside. And so I've got to figure it out. And so I've got time to do it. But right now, what I want to do is get into the kitchen and do the Dollar Tree haul for you to show you what I got, and to get those herbs. Yeah, I want to get those herbs in the dehydrator and get it going. And so either that, I want to get them washed and in the dehydrator, um, or in my, or I want to put them in my refrigerator. And I think I'm gonna do. Let's get in there. Let's see what I'm gonna do. Come on, let's go. All right, let's get into this Dollar Tree haul for you. First thing I went for was, I've been using this laundry soap that I got from, believe it or not, from the Essentials Pantry, and I kind of like it. So I picked me up the last two that they had on the shelf of this. I picked them up, and so that'll last me a month or two. Then I got, this all has to do with laundry. My, what do you call it? My winter robe and things like that I'm finding a lot of static in them, even with that wool, what do you call it? That wool ball that's in the dryer. And so I'm just going to throw one fabric softener sheet in, and this is 40 sheets, so it'll be 40 loads for $1.25. And I'm going to see if one fabric sheet will stop the static from happening, because it's popping me. And so then I came across this, because I have not, I'm ashamed to say it, but I have not cleaned my washing machine since I've got it. And I really want to do that. And I have been like seeing ads of people doing it. And I found this for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, where the other ones were, $10 or $15. So I'm going to give it a shot and see for $1.25 if it actually cleans my washer. So that's the laundry stuff. Then I'm going to come in and show you that I have been like making plans for Valentine's because it's coming up in February. So I picked up, these are so cute. I thought they were so cute that I thought this would be a great center for my table in my kitchen. And so I picked up, I think, 3 of them. Yeah, I picked 3 of them up. And I literally had to go through them and find ones that had all of the flowers and the little hearts on them. And I'm hoping that these 3, so this is 1, 2, 3, 75. It's $3.75. So $4 for $4. I got these. And I'm hoping that these will last me 2 to 3 years, and they'll go into my Valentine box to go to storage. And then, if you didn't know, that my kitchen is, my whole house is done in blue right now for the winter months. And I came across these beautiful flowers while I was there. And I decided that I was going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. And these are going to go into my vase on my table right now. So let's get over to the table and let's get these flowers put to good use right now. All right, so that's the vase. And what I wanted to do was to come in and I need to take these. Let me get I don't want to bust these. Let me get a pair of scissors and cut these off. That would be terrible to buy them only to bust them trying to get the tag off. I'm going to come in and just cut these tags off without cutting the leaves off. Well, it's a little more difficult than I thought it would be. All right. Y'all see that? This is a little more difficult than I thought. Oh, you see what happened? All right. Pull it off and let's put that thing back on. All right, so now I know how to do it. You have to pull the flower off of that stem. And then I'm just going to pull this out just like this. And I want these, okay, to go straight in the middle of here. Just like that. And down in there. And so then it comes out like that. And then let me pull this flower off. Now this comes off. Look how simple that was. I was making it way too complicated. And I should have my reading glasses on. I'm going to come out. Pull all these, separate these out. And go down in the center of that, just like that. Right, find that tag and that flower. Pull that flower off. Pull that off. And put that flower back on. And then come in and pull these out just like this. And I'm going to keep doing this until I get all of those flowers in there. This is the flower. And this one I'm not going to bend too much like I did the others because I want to fill in the top. All right, Susie. There we go. I'm just going to do a little bending with this one, but not much. And it's going to fill in right in there. Like that. And then this is going to go right back over here. And there we go with my blue. I like that. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Yeah. Here we go. And by the way, this bottle right here, I was looking at this. This is a mask for your hair. So it's going to go into my bathroom and it goes on like in your shower and you leave it on for a little bit and then you rinse it out. So that's going in my shower. And then the last thing that I got myself was a large print, easy to read word searches. I love these things. I don't know why I do, but I do. And so I'm going to be working on this a little bit every day. And yeah, so the cheapest place I can find these is a Dollar Tree for $1.25. So I'm going to be working one page every day just because I enjoy it. Bringing you all in to show you what I am doing. The first of the herbs that I am working with is the sage, and I'm pulling the tough stems off and just leaving the leaves and putting it over here on this towel. And I'm coming through and, like I said, pulling all of the really tough stems off of the leaves and just laying them on the towel over there. And while I was out there, I tried really hard to just pull the leaves off of the plant and leave the stem on there so it'll grow more leaves, and for the most part it works. But sometimes I ended up with like the stem broke, and so now I'm coming back and pulling the leaves off, see, just like this. And there we go, and that goes over there, and these stems I'm putting over here. I'm going to finish this up and then I will show you what I'm going to do with it next. So now that I have the sage washed and patted dry, I'm going to come in here and take all the leaves off of the towel. You can see that they're pretty dry now from the towel. And I'm going to take this tray and then I'm going to put the sage on the tray. And I'll fill the tray up. And I don't want to overcrowd it, so I am kind of spreading it out a little bit and separating the leaves a little. And that's one tray. And I'm going to come in with the second tray. Okay, those are stems. And there we go. Second tray. These two trays are going to go on to the dehydrator. Right. So I've got two sage ones. And then I'm going to take this and into the trash over here. And then I'm gonna flip this over like this. And this over here. And now we're gonna come in and look at what we have. And the next thing I want to wash, cold water, cold water. And I had a little bit of basil out there, not much. So I'm gonna put the basil in here. And this is kind of a purple green basil. It's not like dried, it is actually the color of the leaves there. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with that and just wash it up real good and take it and put it on the towel over here. Spread out to let it dry. So I'm not gonna have too much of that. Then I'm gonna empty this out, rinse it out. Put that plug back in. Switch over to cold water. And this is the parsley. My parsley, I got a lot of parsley this year. And this is, so like this is after I harvested fresh as well. And so I was so surprised with the parsley. That parsley shot up and really did well. It came back well. So I'm gonna let this parsley soak for a little bit. And then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna pick through the parsley. This is some more of the sage. I'm gonna go ahead and put that into the dehydrator machine, okay? And this is going in the trash. These are the small teeny tiny leaves. The sage that was down in there. And then I'll come back when the parsley has soaked really well and I've gotten it really washed up. And that's my herb harvest for this year so far. We're gonna see if it survives this winter blast. We got Chico's sign put up in the most appropriate place where his dog food is. All right. There his sign is from the bark box. Look at him. He's licking the wall. I don't understand. Sometimes he's very funny, but we gotta hug up. I'm coming back in to show you. This is the third time that I have let these soak and wash them. And they are finally coming out clean. So we're gonna get these draining over here. And then we'll get the stems off of the leaves off of the stems and get them ready to dehydrate. Okay. We're gonna get this dehydrator going before the night is over. We sure will. It is about 5:30 in the evening and I'm gonna eat around 6 o'clock. So I have made my salad for today. I chose to do this is a spicy chicken breast from Jack in the Box. And I told them to give me the sandwich with no bun. And so I cut up a little less than 2 cups worth of lettuce, about a half of a Roma tomato, and then I diced up the chicken and put the lettuce that had the mayonnaise on it in there, along with a little bit of ranch dressing of my own, about a tablespoon of ranch dressing. And so this is going to be my dinner, my second meal of the day. And I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator, and in about 30 minutes I'll be getting it out to eat. And I'm about to, while I'm here, let me go ahead and do this. I'm taking the parsley, just like this, and we are going to roll it up into the towel, just like that. And we're gonna let it sit for a while and dry up. And then we'll get it ready to go into the dehydrator. This is going into the refrigerator. Let me do that now. All right. I got a lot going on in the kitchen today, but it's all right. It's a good thing. I really want to get that parsley off of the stems before I eat my dinner tonight. And I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes. So I'm going to take this and we're going to put the parsley in here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this. I'm going to come in with this and I'm going to pull off the parsley just like that off of the big stems. Because really all I want is the leaves. And I'm going to get this done. Okay. Before I sit down and eat. I'm not going to bore you guys with this, but it is a work in progress. It always is. And Chico is got the zoomies right where his sign says that he zoomy crossing. And so we're going to come with these leaves and pick all the leaves off and leave the stems. Chico loves his new toys. And y'all heard him with the zoomies. That's what he was playing with. He was carrying it everywhere and zooming through the house. I'm bringing you in to show you I have the first round of herbs dehydrating, and they'll go overnight. And then I'm going to have a second round. So I'm going to pick through these, and all the yellow leaves will go away, okay? And then the rest that are really good, I'm going to wrap back up in the towel, and then tomorrow I will put it in the dehydrator. Hey everyone, I'm coming in to show you my glucose is 117 and my ketones to 1.1. So I'm in ketosis. I'm going to get this into the doctor and I'll bring you back. Well, good evening everyone. It is about 6:30 in the evening, and as you know, I went to Jack in the Box today, and so they gave me all of these plastic silverware, so I'm going to use one of them for my meal today. And this is, I'm going to chop up the lettuce that is on the top. That was the one that was inside the container, and I didn't chop it up, but all of the lettuce that was from my refrigerator I did chop up. And you're going to hear Chico underneath me. He wants part of my food, but this particular thing he cannot have. What I have discovered though is he does like lettuce, And lettuce is not bad for him. He just can't have a lot of it because he's a little dog. And so he's had a little bit of it today when I was cutting it up. I dropped it on the floor and he got to it and he ate it. But he is not going to tug on my tablecloth. That's what he's not going to do. And so if you see me patting at him, that's because I'm letting him know that he is not going to tug on my tablecloth. But I'm getting this all mixed up in here. And once I get everything spread out and everything coated, because I like to have a salad dressing on everything in my salad. Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to take this large piece that probably came from there and set it off to the side and not eat it on camera, because it will not be pretty. And get me a piece of that chicken, lettuce, and a piece of tomato in there. Well, maybe I won't get a piece of tomato in there. There we go. Well, that spicy chicken is perfect in this salad. You know what would be really good in here? Shredded cheese. Give me a minute. Okay, we're back. And I got the cheese on it. I told you it would be perfect. It's about an ounce of cheese in there. And I'm going to take a second bite. And then I'm going to sit here and enjoy my dinner. And then we'll see what else we do this evening. I do have plans. So I will see you guys in a little while. Hey everyone, I'm coming in to let y'all know that chicken has some heat to it. I have my electrolyte water here. And I haven't even eaten half of this salad. And that heat is getting to me. Now, I do like spicy food. I do. But I'm letting you know there's some heat to that. Okay, just so you know. Good evening, everyone. I am in my pajamas. Okay. And I am having myself a nice 1 cup of hot chocolate tonight. It's not the peanut butter one because I put a stevia in it and then went, oh no, I didn't put peanut butter syrup in it. Okay, so it's not a peanut butter one, but I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this hot cocoa tonight. It is 52 degrees outside. We do have a heater going on in this room, and but it's not kind of cold enough for me to run it through the house yet. And I probably won't be even using my heated mattress cover tonight because it's not cold enough yet. But I am prepared. I do have my last small grocery order coming in tomorrow. And part of the reason is because I used up more eggs than I typically do this month. And I'm on the last 18 pack. And so before this storm hits, I want to make sure I have enough eggs in my refrigerator for me to make deviled eggs. I've been on a kick for deviled eggs instead of like egg salad and just plain boiled eggs. And yeah, so I am gonna have a delivery done tomorrow morning about between 8 and 10 in the morning. Just a small one. And then it's time for us to get outside and get the plants covered. And I will, and we'll hope for the best. We'll hope that my herb garden survives. If it doesn't, like I said, I do have seeds to plant new herb garden. And I had planned to do that anyway. Either I was going to pull those up, or if those freeze, then I will start new ones. And so I have plans this year to start me a nice herb garden and get it going outside and keep it fed and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And you know, I'm motivated now. I'm moving now. And so I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out and spending the day with me. I appreciate it more than you know. So I think I'm pretty prepared for this ice storm to hit, and I'm prepared not to go anywhere. When it gets cold like this, we hover on the temperature of freezing and then thawing out, freezing and then thawing out, and that makes sheets of ice. And so I'm prepared to stay in place for, 3 or 4 days, even up to a week or more if I need to. And so I'm good to go. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I want you to be blessed, because you guys bless me each and every day just by showing up and watching my videos. And I also want to let you know that I'm going to leave playlists at the end. If you haven't already gone back and watched my older videos, please do. It helps more than you know. Every view on those videos, every comment, every like, it makes a difference in my life. And it doesn't cost you anything but your time. And that's the most valuable thing that you can give me right now, is a little bit of your time. And watch my videos. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.